Mattress Help Scholarship by Stephen Fish Riddick. So, what factors most negatively and positively affect your sleep? Well, there's a lot of factors that can affect sleep in general. We'll start with the negative things. A lot of these things are things that many college students have come into contact with or use and do regularly. For example, caffeine. Caffeine can come in the form of many different drinks and even occasionally in certain foods, but the main three things you can find caffeine in are coffees, sodas, and other coffee-related drinks like cappuccinos and lattes that most people don't consider as coffee but as their own thing. Drinking these in general can already be quite difficult with keeping your body awake, but a lot of college students may drink or consume caffeine during late-night study nights to keep from falling asleep, and this ends up messing up their sleep schedule, which definitely would negatively affect your sleeping. I personally like to avoid caffeine just in general, but if people do want to drink caffeine, I would just say not to drink it past lunchtime. Caffeine is quite strong, especially for some people, so even if you drink it 4 hours before bed, it may still have an effect on you and your sleep. Next, of course, is electronics, like my phone here. A lot of people have to be on electronics most of the day, whether it's to keep them entertained or if it's to do things such as school or work through Zoom, as many educations and careers have moved online after COVID. And added on to that, a lot of people, especially young adults and teens, tend to be on electronics such as their phones, computers, and even on occasion their TVs, right before going to sleep. And this is not good at all, because according to sclhealth.org, the blue light emitted by electronics restrains the production of melatonin, and melatonin is the hormone that controls your sleep patterns. What's worse about being on electronics before bed is how easily it is to get distracted by your phone while in the bed. The more that you get invested in apps like TikTok and Instagram and gaming apps on your phone that are meant to keep you on them for long extended periods of time, the more time that passes. And it's possible that staying on these apps for long enough could keep you up all night until you realize it's morning and you haven't slept. That's definitely not good for your sleep cycle. There are positive ways to affect your sleep too. Don't think that this video is all about the negative ways. One really good way to positively affect your sleep would be creating a consistent sleep schedule that you can get behind. Making sure to go to sleep and wake up at certain times will help your body get used to sleeping at those times and getting a good amount of sleep. Along with a good sleep schedule, making sure to get at least 8 hours of sleep every night is also a very positive way to help affect your sleep. Another positive way to affect your sleep would be to meditate or even do some light to heavy exercises before sleep. Getting your body and mind in a good, healthy state before going to sleep can not only help you sleep better, but can also help you get sleepier before bed so you can actually fall asleep quicker rather than laying in bed tossing and turning. Last but certainly not least is a lot easier said than done, but the less stress you have before going to sleep, the easier it is to go to sleep. Stress has been scientifically proven to decrease melatonin levels at night, keeping people awake for longer and making it much more difficult for people to even fall asleep if they follow all of the other ways. High levels of stress can also increase melatonin production during the day, making people more tired during the day and less tired at night, making it much more difficult to keep a consistent and healthy sleep schedule. Bringing all of this together, you may be wondering what I rank myself in my own sleep compared to all the things I mentioned here. I can personally say that I would only give myself a 6 out of 10. Although I mark off many of the things I mentioned earlier, there are two things I could certainly work on that would definitely help my sleep for the future, which would be a consistent sleep schedule and not stressing as much. I am doing well at making sure I'm getting 8 hours of sleep, but my sleep schedule isn't quite consistent at the moment. Sometimes I might sleep from 12 to 8, sometimes I may sleep from 2 to 10, sometimes I might sleep earlier, sometimes I may sleep later. I don't have it consistent, and because of that, I take off extra points because I do think that having a consistent sleep schedule really can help. And going off the stress, I've been an insomniac for the later years of my life because I've had a lot of stress on me. And because I've had so much stress, it's been difficult for me to fall asleep at night, which has also added to the making it difficult, consistent sleep schedule. So I think that if I can work on the stress, it'll help me with both of those things at once. Thank you, Mattress Help Foundation, for giving me this opportunity to apply for this scholarship and giving me an opportunity to spread the word about good sleep.